The words you speak to yourself are not mere sounds. They are vibrations that shape your inner landscape. In the Shaolin tradition, we understand that before one masters the external, one must learn to master the internal. And so I say to you, observe the words that echo within. Are they heavy? Are they filled with self-judgment? Or are they guiding you gently, like a teacher with great patience? If you speak to yourself with aggression, your body will respond with tension. If you speak with doubt, your energy will be scattered. But if your internal dialogue is calm, focused, and aligned with intention, your entire system will begin to harmonize. The breath, the mind, and the body become one. This is not philosophy. This is practical cultivation. So for the next 3 days, I invite you to become the observer of your inner voice. Do not try to change it yet. Just notice, hear the tone, the repetition, the beliefs hidden beneath the words. This is the beginning of inner transformation. As we say in the monastery, before the tiger strikes, it first observes the wind. And when you hear negativity rising, respond not with resistance but with curiosity. Ask yourself, is this helping me or harming me? Because every word you speak inwardly, you practice outwardly. Speak as if your future self is listening, because it is. Discipline is not punishment, it is structure. It is choosing what is difficult in the short term to protect what is precious in the long term. And discipline begins not with what you do, but with what you say to yourself in moments of discomfort. When the body is tired, does your mind say, I can't? Or does it whisper, just one more step? Many people believe discipline is forged in action, but that action is only the reflection of a decision already made inside. And that decision is guided by the words you repeat in silence. For 3 days, commit to speaking to yourself like a disciplined monk. Say, I rise even when I fall. Say, this discomfort is my teacher. And notice your behavior will begin to follow. Shaolin monks repeat mantras not to impress the heavens, but to program the mind. Each repetition strengthens a pathway. Each repetition is a seed. So plant wisely. Replace, I can't do this with, this is difficult, but I grow through it. Say it even if you don't believe it yet, because belief is not always the prerequisite. Sometimes it is the result. And so, in your moments of weakness, speak not from your fear, but from your highest self. Speak like someone who knows their potential, even if they have not yet touched it. That is the beginning of discipline. You may think your mind leads your speech, but it is often your speech that shapes your mind. The words you utter, even in thought, have momentum. If you say, I'm not good enough, your mind starts scanning for evidence. If you say, I will find a way, your mind begins to open. The direction of your life is not always decided by your actions, but by the words that guide those actions. So if you want clarity, speak clarity. If you want strength, speak strength. For 3 days, remove careless language from your inner vocabulary. Do not say, I'm stuck. Say, I am in a transition. Do not say, I'm broken. Say, I am healing. These are not affirmations for the sake of feeling good. They are tools for shaping perception. In Shaolin training, we do not say, I failed. We say, I learned. Not because we avoid reality, but because we understand language is the brush with which we paint reality. If you always describe your life with pain, chaos, or hopelessness, you create more of it. Speak from the energy you want to live in. So let the next 3 days be a conscious practice. Monitor not just what you say, but how you say it. With softness or with judgment, with hope or with despair, because your mind will mirror it back to you. One of the most difficult practices is kindness, especially toward oneself. Many believe that being harsh will make them better, but this is like whipping a horse that is already willing to run. It breaks the spirit instead of strengthening it. In our tradition, we say, the flower does not bloom by being yelled at. It needs light, it needs water, it needs time. For 3 days, stop the internal war. Notice how often you say, I should be better. Replace it with, I am getting better. The first shames you. The second encourages you. Both are trying to help, but only one truly does. Self-compassion is not weakness. It is wisdom. It is knowing that the path is long and one cannot walk it while beating themselves. You are not lazy. You are not lost. You are simply unfolding just like everyone else. Speak to yourself as you would speak to a child who is trying. Say, it's okay. Keep going. You're learning. The mind that is comforted becomes stronger. The mind that is attacked becomes closed. This practice is not just about comfort. It is about performance. A compassionate inner voice leads to courage, not complacency. So for 3 days, when you make mistakes, speak like a wise teacher, not a cruel judge. You will begin to feel the shift. We say in the East, what you plant in spring, you will harvest in autumn. Your words are like seeds. Each one falls into the soil of your subconscious. Speak with fear, and fear will grow. Speak with intention, and purpose will bloom. You do not need to see the results today. Just trust the power of what you are planting. For 3 days, think of every inner phrase as a seed. Before you say, I'm tired of trying, ask, do I want more of this feeling? Before you say, nothing ever changes, ask, is this the seed I want to grow? Instead, plant the words of direction. I am moving forward. Change takes time, but it is happening. These small phrases will take root. Many do not see the change because they do not wait long enough for the harvest. But remember, bamboo does not grow above ground. For the first few years, it grows roots. So be patient. Speak to yourself with a long vision. You are not speaking for the moment. You are speaking for the months ahead. Language is a tool of transformation. For 3 days, become the gardener of your mind. Be selective, be precise, and watch your inner garden will start to shift. In the monastery, silence is a teacher. We learn not to speak from reaction, but from stillness. But even more important is how we speak to ourselves in silence. Do we speak from a calm lake or from a stormy sea? For 3 days, bring awareness to this energy, not just what you say, but the energy behind it. When you wake up tired, do you say, another hard day? Or do you say, let me meet this day with peace? The words are different, but more importantly, the energy behind them is different. Stillness is power. When the voice within is still and composed, even chaos cannot shake you. You do not need to silence every negative thought. You only need to speak to it with calm authority. Like a master to a student say, I see you, doubt, but I continue anyway. Speak with stillness, not to suppress emotion, but to guide it. The voice of a true warrior is quiet, focused, and clear. So in these 3 days, train your inner voice to come from stillness. Breathe before you speak, even internally. Slow down. Let your speech be a reflection of the centered self. In stillness, you will find clarity. And in clarity, you will find strength. If I asked you to prepare for a performance, you would rehearse. Repetition is how we improve. But many people forget they are rehearsing all day, every day, rehearsing worry, rehearsing failure, rehearsing self-doubt. And so it becomes natural, not because it is true, but because it is practiced. In our training, we understand the body moves how the mind has practiced, and the mind becomes how the speech has been trained. So for 3 days, choose what you will rehearse internally. Will it be chaos or calm? Will it be limitation or expansion? Speak the thoughts you wish to embody. Say, I am learning to stay calm under pressure. Say, I am resilient, even when things fall apart. You may not feel these truths at first, but keep rehearsing. The brain rewires through repetition. The spirit awakens through practice. And this is your practice now. You are not trying to fake positivity. You are trying to build alignment. The way you speak should reflect who you want to become. So speak like your future self is already inside you, waiting to be remembered. There is a voice in you that is wise, but is often buried under noise, opinions, fears, distractions, comparisons. The modern mind is busy, but the ancient mind, your original mind, is still present. And you can hear it when you silence the unnecessary noise. For 3 days, make space for that voice. The way to do this is not to stop thinking, but to stop reacting to every thought, especially the ones that arise from fear. Just because a voice in your mind says, "I'm not good enough," does not mean it is truth. It is just noise. Let it pass like wind. Do not attach to it. Instead, ask yourself, what is the deeper truth beneath this? When you slow down and listen, another voice appears, quieter, steadier. It does not rush or panic. It simply says, keep going. You are capable. Trust the process. This is the voice you want to amplify. And you amplify it not by force, but by returning to it again and again, like a monk returning to meditation. So in the next 3 days, let your speech reflect this deeper voice. Speak fewer words, but make each one true. When others speak doubt, speak clarity. When your mind screams worry, whisper wisdom. You do not need to be loud to be powerful. The truth does not shout, it simply endures. If someone you loved was struggling, would you call them weak? If someone was trying and falling, would you insult them and number? You would encourage them, guide them, remind them of their worth. And yet, so often do you offer yourself the opposite. For 3 days, change this pattern. Speak to yourself like someone you deeply respect. Respect is not indulgence. It is care with discipline. Speak like a mentor, not a critic. Say, you are better than this setback. Say, you have what it takes to rise. These are not empty phrases. They are mental nutrition. And just like the body cannot grow without nourishment, the mind cannot grow without encouragement. In Shaolin, we respect our tools, the body, the breath, the thoughts, because they serve us on the path. So begin to treat your inner speech as one of those sacred tools. Sharpen it, refine it, use it with purpose. Words are not cheap. They are sacred. And when you speak with reverence, you begin to live with it too. Let this respect be the tone of your next 3 days. No more abuse, no more sarcasm at your own expense. Speak as if every sentence is part of your legacy, because it is. 3 days may seem small, but small things done with intention create great transformation. You do not need to fix your entire life. You only need to shift your inner voice just for 3 days. And watch your posture will change. Your breath will deepen. Your decisions will sharpen, because your internal environment is the root of everything. Speak to yourself with clarity, with discipline, with compassion, with power. For 3 days, commit to this inner training and let your outer world begin to reflect it. This is not magic shit, it's cause and effect. When you change your words, you change your direction. Do not be surprised if old doubts return. This is part of the path. But now you are not reacting. You are responding. Now you are not falling into the noise. You are rising with intention. This is the essence of self-mastery. To direct your mind instead of being directed by it. And when the 3 days are complete, ask yourself, what has changed? Not outside, but inside. And if the answer is, I feel more grounded, I feel more capable, I feel more aware. Then you will understand. The way you speak to yourself is the way you shape your life. Speak wisely.